Lack of education is the reason why people don't vote. Traditionally, that's been the strongest factor with respect to getting people to vote. Those who have higher levels of education tend to be more interested in politics. They tend to associate with other people who have higher levels of education, and those factors end up making it more likely that they will turn out to vote. So the less educated one is, the less likely one votes. The more educated one is, the more likely one votes. Usually when people are under the poverty line, they are trying to get out of poverty. They work a job or two or three, a number of jobs, and the more hours you work, the less likely it is that you have time to participate politically. On top of that, when you're working a poverty line kind of job, your employer generally won't give you time off to go and vote. Whereas if you have a job that requires a high level of education, say that you are an attorney or say that you are a teacher, you can get the time to vote easily compared to someone who has a poverty line job. It really is a matter of making it easier for them to register and making it easier for them to find a polling place, making it easier for them to leave work to go and vote. It's not about a candidate saying, if I'm elected, everybody will have, at least $20 an hour for their job. That still won't get people to vote because right here, right now, they're either not registered or they're working so many hours a week that they can't go vote. So campaign promises aren't going to turn out people to vote. It has to be other things. So when we look at California, for example, historically California was a state in which it was more difficult to register to vote. You had to register 30 days before an election, and if you didn't register 30 days before an election, you were out of luck. You couldn't vote in an election. When you compare that to other states who, let's say Oregon, for example, where they allow people to vote by mail. In fact, on election day, they don't have any balloting places. You show up, you vote. California has recently made it easier now for people to register. Jerry Brown just signed some legislation making it easier for people to register to vote. But it's not as easy as it would be in Europe, for example, where as soon as somebody is born, they're giving an identification number, and as soon as they turn 18, they are immediately eligible to vote.